Good morning, everyone. Hi. So today we're doing our science and we are going to think about life cycles, okay? Or the different parts of our lives. So first, we are a tiny egg, right? We're really small and then we grow inside our mothers, right? We're inside our mothers. And then we're born, and then we're a baby, then we grow into children, and then we grow into adults, like Miss Tracy. Can you think about plants? Plants, right? Remember, those are our key words up there. Plants. So thinking about plants, what about plants? How do they start their lives? We were really small in a plant. How do they start their lives? Let's see. Oh, Karis. As seeds. Thank you for sharing, Karis. So yeah, they start out as seeds. Good idea. What's another stage of a plant's life? Oh, let's see. Brett, what do you think? Oh, when they're a seedling, when they're really small and a sprout? Good idea. Okay, well, let's think about those plants again, right? We'll go back to the plants. I'll show you a picture. So, thinking about those plants again, thinking about them, can you think of a plant that has a really long life? It gets to be really, really old, an old plant. Can you think of something? I'm gonna let the popsicle sticks decide. Raman, what do you think? Something that was a really old plant. Oh, a tree? Let's see. Yeah, a tree. They live to be really old. So I can continue to ask more questions to the class and use more pictures for reference and making sure that I'm using actions, lots of pictures, and using the sticks. And by keeping the popsicle sticks on the side, I also have a record of participation. So once I get through the different stages of the plant life, get them thinking about the ideas, bringing in those keywords, got the picture references, I'm going to show a story. So this story is called Jasper's Beanstalk. And it kind of goes through the week, and it's a fun story. So here's Jasper. And on Monday, Jasper found a bean. On Tuesday, he planted it. And the kids would be really quiet for this. They love watching it. On Wednesday, he watered it. On Thursday, he dug and he raked it. On Friday night, the slugs and the snails came. And Jasper came and he picked them all up. And Jasper waited, but nothing happened. On Monday, he dug up his seed and threw it aside. He was not happy. But a long time later, it did grow. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew. And Jasper came along and he found his seed had grown. So now I'd bring it back to the class, and I like to ask my class, did you have an idea about the story? anything you saw. Did you see anything in the story? And then I can get some feedback using my popsicle sticks. And that's another way to get more participation, get that vocabulary in there again, and get them talking. So now we're going to get into groups. I'm going to divide the class based on different language abilities. They'll be in groups of 3 or 4, and they'll have time to practice. So first I need a student volunteer. Let's see. And another great way to get students involved with the popsicle sticks. Oh, let's see. Oh, Gabriel's going to come up. Thank you. Is that all right, Gabriel? Thank you. Thanks. Come on over. So Gabriel, you're going to help be my special helper, and we're going to show the class what everyone is going to get a chance to do. So my student comes up here, and we're going to show that life cycle of a seed in this activity. So this is the exact activity that I adapted. So first thing is, we're going to get you all covered up, and the students can use their coats for this, but I have a shawl now. So this is inside the seed. And then you need to come out of your seed, and your shell comes off. Oh, but before that, actually, Gabriel, what do you think we need first? Yeah, water. Good idea. Yeah, I forgot that, didn't I? So we're going to water the student inside their shell, and then they come out of their shell, my imaginary student, and then they come out of their seed. And then they get something else. I might give them a little more water, and then they can grow leaves. So now we get to this part in the life cycle. And so I have my student demonstrating this, and then the next part in the life cycle is they can use some of these flowers and hold them up, and I can also have some flower props. And then we can have other students come along with a bee and pollinate them too. And extend it as far as it goes. We can even have colored leaves if we're doing this in the fall, and then can keep on going with it. So after the students divide it up, practice, then they come back, and then as a group they perform together. And while the students are practicing, I am going around with my clipboard, and I can see, oh, so-and-so is talking to their group, and I can go, okay, and I can notice, oh, maybe one student isn't talking as much, and then I can use that for my formative assessment for next time. Now, after everyone has presented, we come on back, because we like to bring it back to the group. And I want everyone to tell me something you noticed from today before we go wash our hands for recess. So now again, I can use the popsicle sticks, and it's okay if they say the same fact twice. So maybe someone tells me, oh, the plant started out as a seed, or Jack Beanstalk grew really tall after a really long time. Just something that they learned from the lesson, and then I can also record that down on my checklist at the same time. So as well, when they go wash their hands, this is a great opportunity to remind them to go and change their home reading books. And additionally, to support everything we've been talking about in the class, I have books that are on subject with different reading levels, and I can divide my students up based on their English levels for different books. So everyone in a sunflower group could have a certain type of book, and it has really nice, easy to follow English with supportive pictures. And I can have that for each different level for all my ELL students, and that brings the language back into the home, gives them another environment to practice in. So the second lesson, the second activity, I would actually do on another lesson. It would follow very much the same format. I would use a different book as my opening hook to get them into it. And then we would do the other activity, so the different parts of the plant. So for the second activity, I bring in all the different parts, and we follow the same idea. I have those keywords up here, such as the flower, the stem, and then they'll follow that. And then there's an assessment task, and they get to eat the different parts of the plant. So even those kids that don't necessarily like to talk as much get to eat and learn through tactile learning, which is one of the great things that I like about this one. Plus, in the second part of the lesson, I use a more formal assessment method. So when they place the different parts of their plant onto the form that I will have. It'll be a little diagram of a plant they can place the different parts on. I can take a picture as I walk around the class and see who got the different parts right and use that for formative assessment as well as summative assessment. So these are some of the resources, the 2 activities, and my lesson plans are in the documents.